Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash. Giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And we're going to give a shout out, Kwam Yoshuala, to the house of David. So much trouble in the world. Look at this. This is we're going to look at some videos, man. Why is there so much violence around the world? Why? First and foremost, in America, the gun shootings, killings escalating. You know, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. So we're going to take a look at some of these videos. This is a 9-year-old accidentally shoots instructor. And these are just a couple of examples. Without further ado.
An Arizona outdoor gun range. End of summer. Family time together.
No, we have to keep that held in.
A 9-year-old girl learning how to shoot an automatic Uzi by an instructor.
All right, go ahead and give me one shot. All right. All right, full out of...
Those fateful last words. All right. Full auto.
He just put the gun on fully auto, and he tells her that, and his left hand is holding the bottom of the magazine, where it should be on somewhere closer to the top of the weapon. She looks very uncomfortable holding the weapon, and when she pulls the trigger, he loses the grip on the bottom of the magazine and gets muzzle rise and winds up getting shot.
The sheriff's department says the recoil from the powerful weapon sends the gun out of her control over her head. 39-year-old instructor Charles Vaca, a member of California's National Guard, died later at the hospital.
She probably hit the full auto, wasn't expecting it the recoil that she got, and was completely surprised by it and lost control of the weapon.
What's it like when the shots come out? Describe it.
It's going to be like a buzzsaw going off in your hands.
The outdoor shooting range Bullets and Burgers advertises on the highway. Stop in, fire a machine gun, and enjoy a meal. And their rules, fitting within Arizona law, allow children 8 years old and up to shoot the guns.
All right.
I would want to see a little bit more experience from the girl, and to see if the girl was a little bit more comfortable handling single-shot weapons before giving her a fully automatic weapon.
The Mojave County Sheriff's Office has...
Hold on a minute. Did I just hear right? Let me take it back. I don't know if I heard right there.
Stop in, fire a machine gun, and enjoy...
Bullets and burgers. So what? You yam up some bully beef, some burgers, and then what? You yam up some bullets too.
Shooting range Bullets and Burgers advertises when the shots come out. Describe it.
It's going to be like a buzzsaw going off in your hands.
The outdoor shooting range Bullets and Burgers advertises on the highway.
Yeah, we heard right. We heard right. That's Ease. The Ease love them sword, innit? They love them weapons. So they're going to make it a part of their dietary law. It's a part of their life, man. It's a part of their dining. Boy, that's amazing, man. Bullets and burgers.
Like when the shots come out. Describe it.
It's going to be like a buzzsaw going off in your hands.
The outdoor shooting range Bullets and Burgers advertises on the highway. Stop in, fire a machine gun, and enjoy a meal. And their rules, fitting within Arizona law, allow children 8 years old and up to shoot the guns.
All right.
I would want to see a little bit more experience from the girl, and to see if the girl was a little bit more comfortable handling single-shot weapons before giving her a fully automatic weapon.
The Mojave County Sheriff's Office has determined there will be no charges, but other states have decided these accidents could be crimes. In 2008 in Massachusetts, a 9-year-old boy accidentally shoots himself at a gun show while also firing an Uzi. His father records it all on video. But it is the show organizer, Edward Fleury, charged with involuntary manslaughter.
So they're trusting little 9-year-olds with Uzis, semi-automatic weapons on these gun shows, and then they're wondering why these kind of serious accidents are happening. Fatal accidents are happening, and so we don't have to wonder why Yahushua told us, man, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And that's just, And that rings true, what we're seeing right here. You just gotta listen to these people and the way they live their life. It's just totally contrary to the way that the Yahuwah told us how to live, man. That's in the law, man. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. He told that to Peter when the soldiers were coming to arrest him, to put him to death. He said, put your gun away, man. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. And those wise words still ring true today.
Fully automatic weapon.
The Mojave County Sheriff's Office has determined there will be no charges, but other states have decided these accidents could be crimes. In 2008 in Massachusetts, a 9-year-old boy accidentally shoots himself at a gun show while also firing an Uzi. His father...
Yeah, an Uzi. So he shot himself. They gave him an Uzi and semi-automatic weapon to play with like a toy. And they wonder why he shot himself.
In 2008 in Massachusetts, a 9-year-old boy accidentally shoots himself at a gun show while also firing an Uzi. His father records it all on video. But it is the show organizer, Edward Fleury, charged with involuntary manslaughter.
You, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Fleury was acquitted, but as a result, the victim's home state of Connecticut now makes it illegal to give or sell machine guns to anyone under 16. And just last year in New Jersey, Anthony Senatori's 4-year-old son shot his 6-year-old neighbor to death. Now Senatori has been charged with 6 counts of child endangerment. He rejected a plea deal, which included prison time.
Oh, it was beautiful. I could hardly wait to try it out.
Children and BB guns were once the stuff of Christmas tradition.
I always had a BB gun as a kid.
But an Uzi?
The Uzi was designed by Israeli Military Industries for the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces.
A gun made for the battlefield in the hands of a child with deadly consequences. Jean Cassar.
There you have it, man. She said it. A gun made for the battlefield, given to children, man, with dead, and they're playing with them. One girl, 9-year-old girl, shoots an instructor in the head. A former Californian National Guard. He worked as a National Guard, went out there, probably got bodies, comes home, teaches a 9-year-old how to shoot a gun, and he gets shot on his own backyard. He gets shot in the head in his own backyard. So boy, this is the Most High throwing strong delusions on them. And another 9-year-old shoots himself also with the same gun, the Uzi, the semi-automatic weapon, and a 4-year-old shoots a 6-year-old to death. And it seemed as though he was given that gun as a present, a Christmas present by the sounds of it. So we don't have to wonder why Yahushua told us, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. That's why he's catching hell right now. And we're seeing more and more of these things. This is an escalating thing. This is another example here. Another example here of the shooting over there in Tennessee in America. We're going to take a look at this because this thing ain't getting any better. So much, Bob Marley said, so much trouble in the world. This thing is increasing, which is all judgment from the Most High, because that former National Guard, California National Guard, they say he died 49 years old. And we know, according to Job, is it Job 4:7? No one dies innocent. So that was all a judgment from on high. Let's check out some more examples. All a judgment
mobile home park, beauty spas, offices, and now a supermarket. The grim reality of life in America in 2021. Few, if any, places are safe from gun violence. On this day, it was a Kroger near Memphis, Tennessee. The shooter sent employees and customers running into freezers and cowering behind shelves, hiding in the hopes of saving their lives. Witnesses at the scene say the gunman kept on shooting and shooting and shooting. At least 12 people were shot and at least one one person has died. The shooter also then apparently took his own life. Now, anxious family and friends await word about their loved ones. Tonight, the investigation into what happened. Authorities say the gunman's car remains in the parking lot, and officials are investigating the incident as possible workplace violence. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas leads us off.
Tonight, shoppers and employees running for their lives at this Tennessee supermarket as shots ring out.
They have 4 to 6 victims at this time.
Local police, SWAT teams, and federal agents swarming the scene. A Kroger supermarket about 30 miles east of Memphis.
There's over 200 police cars out here.
Authorities say the gunman opened fire around 1:30 this afternoon, killing at least one person and wounding at least a dozen more.
He kept on shooting. He shot one of my coworkers in the head.
As bad as this scene is, and it's horrific, I've been involved in this for 34 years, and I've never seen anything like it.
Officers canvassing the building, searching for survivors.
We found people hiding in freezers and in locked offices, and, they were doing what they had been trained to do, run, hide, fight.
One worker fleeing to the roof for safety. Police say they discovered the shooter dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. The suspect's vehicle located in the store parking lot.
We are waiting on some additional equipment to get here to be able to safely check that vehicle.
Supermarkets again on the list of soft targets attacked by lone gunmen after that horrific shooting at a Colorado supermarket earlier this year, and the nation reeling from a stunning surge in mass shootings.
I want to bring back in our Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Yeah, that stunning surge in mass shootings, is a surge going through the roof right now.
Who joins us once again. And Pierre, just kind of give us the standard operating procedure here as far as they were saying that twice the police chief said that they want to make sure no one else is involved in this. But it's their belief at this point that there was just one lone shooter, correct, and that he is now deceased.
Well, what you're seeing, Lindsay, is the abundance of caution scenario where they think they have a pretty good handle on what took place. They want to make sure that this person didn't give any information to someone, that this was going to happen, where someone should have maybe notified law enforcement. Our sources are saying that they're looking at this as a potential workplace violence incident. More on that will be coming later, we're told, but it's in the early stages of the investigation. But the key thing here, Lindsay, is that clearly law enforcement got there pretty quickly, but as you can see, the suspect had already shot in excess of 10 people, but they were able to apparently get the situation under control. Now they have to go through the process of, commandeering, looking through the suspect's vehicle. There's property associated with this person, the suspect, and getting any kind of paperwork, computers, anything that would give them a sense of the specific motive. That is the key now. But again, I think everyone is breathing a sigh of relief that even though this was a tragic, scary incident so far, thankfully only one person has died. There are a lot of people in the hospital, and I think the community, while shocked, is breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief that it wasn't much worse.
Right, it could have been certainly a lot worse. And as we talked about at the beginning of the show, we've just been seeing this spike, this surge in these mass shootings across the country. You certainly have been in the front lines of covering all of that. The officials that you're talking to, do they speculate as far as why, in particular, 2021 seems to be this banner year?
All right. Yeah, so we're gonna give the answers through the word, through the Most High. We got the answers right here in the precepts. We're gonna look at some precepts now. And that video was from ABC News. Eyewitness describes scene of Tennessee grocery store shooting. Right. Ezekiel 35. Why is a surge going so far, going through the roof? That's the question the woman asks. Why is there such a surge in violence in this 2021, man? Of gun violence in America, so-called mass shootings, or superstore shootings, or grocery shop shootings, the morgue shootings. Anywhere is fair game, man. There's no safe place now. Judgment from the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Ezekiel 35:6 says, Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh thy power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Right, hear that? Blood pursuing the wicked, man. No, that's another way of saying you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And Yehoshua said it. He said you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Blood shall pursue thee, sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You see, you love blood. So that's what you're asking for. In a nutshell, you love blood. Be careful what you ask for. I'm going to give it to you. Some words of wisdom. You know? Let's get to it. Yehoshua said to Peter, we're just going to hit the point. Matthew 26 and 52 says, Then said Yehoshua unto him, Put up again thy sword unto his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Here's the answers to the questions, man. Straight to the point. Here's another precept. Jeremiah 49. Why is there such an increase in and a surge in gun violence in this year 2021? And it don't look like it's going to simmer down anytime soon. And if that was a false flag, you know, the ultimate power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, the king's heart, according to Job 21 and 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. So he's programming them. Even though they may think that, oh, let's do this false flag to put fear into people so that we can control them. Yeah, if you think that that's what is going on, that's not what's going on. The Most High is behind everything, using people as puppets. Fear they think they're bringing fear, problem, reaction, solution, but the Most High is in control of everything. The king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. Here's Jeremiah 49 and 10 says, But as I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his sacred places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed shall be spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not. Right. I'll read it again. For I have made Esau bare, and I have uncovered his sacred places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. And his seed is spoiled. Right, his seed, that's his children, his offspring. And his brethren, yeah, his neighbor, his brethren, his co-workers, his family, yeah, whoever it may be, his relative, and his neighbor, and he is not. Right. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widow trust in me. Here's the point there. For thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have utterly drunken. Right. Let me take my time and let it settle. For thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. Art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Right. Art that shall altogether go unpunished? In other words, a question. You think you're going to go unpunished after what my people had to do? They had to drink of the cup. Yes, that's us, the children of Yahshua Allah, the so-called black people. We drink of that cup, and you think that you Edomites ain't going to drink of the cup? Art thou he shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And that's what you're doing now. You're drinking. You're getting a taste of your own medicine. We're going to hit another preset just to hit the ball out of the park. Because all these examples, man, Arizona example, the 9-year-old girl shooting the instructor in the head, right? That's what you call getting a taste of your own medicine. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. And another 9-year-old shooting himself with a semi-automatic weapon. That's another. There's so many examples, and you know, as we see, judgments is getting more and more serious. You know, another 9-year-old shooting himself. Yeah, that was in Tennessee? I think that was Tennessee. I want to know because I want to check it. That little 9-year-old shooting himself in the head. You know, they're talking about guns and burgers, man. That just makes it sound like an ultimate joke.
Be crimes. In 2008 in Massachusetts, a 9-year-old boy accidentally shoots himself at a gun show while also firing an Uzi.
Yeah, in Massachusetts. Right, you see? And here's another one, just to refresh my memory.
Senatori's 4-year-old son shot his 6-year-old neighbor to death. Now,
right, and that's another one. A 4-year-old boy shoots a 6-year-old neighbor to death. Let's bring it again.
Senatori's 4-year-old son shot his give or sell machine guns to anyone under 16. And just last year in New Jersey, Anthony Senatori's 4-year-old son shot his 6-year-old neighbor to death.
Right,
now,
and that was in New Jersey. So you have those examples there. 4-year-old shooting. What does a 4-year-old know about a gun? This is judgment, man. This is the Most High saying, all right, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. I'm gonna make you eat your own blood. Since you love blood, blood shall pursue you. Right. There's another precept. Because if he ain't gonna get you, to eat your get a taste of your own medicine, he can always hand it down to your seed and let them get it and let you watch it live on camera. So the sword, Isaiah 44:6 says, the sword of Yahweh thy power is filled with blood. Let's take it to 5. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment. I think that's the point there. Point is made, man. So Yahushua said, and there's a couple of examples of why Yahushua told us, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Giving our praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshua for giving me the spirit to do this video. I want to say, rise up to the house of David, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is falling upon their own head.